Hello. I'd like to thank you for watching this short video on an exciting pilot program that we're offering today. It's a foundational, comprehensive, end-to-end course on project business management, essentially program planning and control, otherwise known as project controls or PP&C. Before I actually get into the program and what it's about, I'd like to give a little bit of background on myself and my colleague who will be partnering with me on this course. So, first, my name is Kevin Rice. I've spent 40 years or so in the aerospace and space business, half of which was the director of all the project business activities for Lockheed Martin Skunk Works, the F-22, the F-35, F-117, SR, U-2, C-130s, a host of others. And the second half of the career was the similar job, the same job, director of all the business management activities for the NASA family, specifically at JPL in Pasadena, the Mars rovers and missions to Saturn and Jupiter and a lot of Earth science missions and other solar system exploration activities, both of which return lots of science, specifically about Mars and the surface and in the space at large. And it's very rewarding to do that. Bill Dimmer is my partner here, another 40-year veteran of the NASA community. Spent most of his career at Goddard Flight Center in Maryland or the Kennedy Space Flight Center in Florida or at the headquarters in Washington, D.C. Executive in the cost management, cost estimating, project controls arena. He's best noted for creating a very prestigious entity called the NASA CFO University. He and I collaborated on the capstone course, which is essentially the course I'm going to talk about today, that focuses on analysis and assessment, but it's the end to end. It's the whole project management process from where the money comes from through planning and control, proposals, contract acquisition, integrated cost and schedule, managing the variances, and all the things that are related to executing a project and having a successful launch or delivery at the end. Both of my career at Lockheed and with JPL, we dealt with countless suppliers, some small, some medium sized, some large. And oftentimes we could notice that when situations arise like schedule disconnects or variances get out of control or workforce doesn't align with funding or cost and schedules not integrated or contracts aren't finalized adequately, purchase orders aren't in place in time, there are steep ramp ups or steep roll offs of personnel. These kind of things happen when in the absence of good project controls, good PP&C. So, who is this course really designed for? I think it's designed for three groups of folks. Specifically, it's the business professionals in the company, those that work on projects. So, it's the schedulers, the cost estimators, the resource analysts, those that deal with budgets and forecasts and workforce and funding and obligations and things. But it's also for the program management office, and thirdly, for the technical staff, because even though they're focused on executing the statement of work, it's important, of course, to not forget the essential part of business. It's the business of the business. So it's to preclude variances that kind of get out of control, to understand how cost and schedule gets integrated with workforce, how estimates are complete can give a better insights to where the project will end up, try to keep margins and cash flow on target, those kinds of activities. And it's important to see how all of that supports the project. It's not just the technical execution. So, where are we today, and why are we here? And I hearken back to both my time as a professor and as the director in an industry. And in both cases, what I've noticed were two things. One is all the incoming folks that graduated from universities seeking a career path in business, none of them learned any of these things in the university. Universities tend to teach business management, marketing, statistics, finance, accounting. And then in the workplace, we find that a lot of the companies focus on the technical activities. And the business team is thought to be mostly data gathering and reporting and the tactical aspects of the financial perspective, opening and closing work orders, making sure contracts are ready to execute. making sure purchase orders are placed and things like that, tracking and things. But they lack the strategic piece of it, which is analysis and assessment. Analysis, being what happened this month or this quarter or this year or this delivery period. And then the assessment, which is, well, what does it all mean? What questions should I be asking? What is the story that I need to tell? And when the assessment is done, to effectively communicate that to decision makers so they can, in fact, make informed decisions. And so with that in mind, Bill and I, like I said, collaborated to create this foundational course. I taught it at JPL, and it caught on with the NASA headquarters community. And he and I have done this course throughout the NASA community for a number of years at all the different centers and at headquarters. Very well received, very well attended, and it's been very comprehensive and very effective for us to do that. So this pilot program is, and why I'm talking to you about it today, is for you to nominate one or two or three people. And what we're looking for is to get some feedback. Is this course doing what I said it's doing? Did we gloss over some things? Did we forget some things? Does it really help them in their job or what their career path is designed to do? So we're offering it as a pilot program. So why is it at no cost? Well, for that very reason. We do want the engagement. We do want the participation and some feedback on it. And so if this aligns with your company's perspective and what you see inside your environment, I'd like you to very seriously consider nominating a couple of people for this. And if you want to do that, you just push the button at the bottom of the video here, and we'll answer a couple of questions or so, and we'll get back with you shortly. But it's an exciting activity. I think you'll like it, and I think it'll be very helpful for you and your company. Thank you much. Bye.